Facebook, please grant us permission to use the music we have selected for today. Thank you, Facebook. Grant us permission. Let's take it from there to save time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, the Peacocks. Peacocks International. Thank you for calling us in with Onyayala Wanneya. With Onyayala Wanneya, and we say you all are welcome today. Onyayala Wanneya is welcoming everybody. My people, my Biafran people all over the world, I thank you. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of us wherever we may be around the globe. Today is August 26, 2023. In the Igbo calendar market, today is Afọ. Afọ ka afọ fọtara ihe ọma, afọ pụọra ihe ọjọọ niile. Afọ fọgbuchie ndị niile ji obi ọjọọ ekworo na anya ụfụ na-achụ ụmụ Igbo ebe ọbụla anyị nọ, na ụmụ Biafra niile. Ise, na ntụgharị okwu nke Igbo n'ụbọchị taa bụ ọgụ abalị na isii, that's 26 n'ime ọnwa asatọ n'afọ 2023. We greet you all, we welcome you. Thank you, my people. Today we have to go straight to the point. We have to go straight to the point. If you watch our topic, it says Mazi Nnamdi Kanu'S life is in danger because the DSS planted poisonous substance in his room, in the cell where they put him, where they hold him hostage, they put poisonous substance. And the poisonous substance is circulating, and he is inhaling it, and he has cried out. This is the second time our leader has cried out that his life is in danger. Remember, he do not usually complain, but whenever he says something is happening, and when you look at it, something is actually happening. Our banner says, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life has been threatened again. Please pray for him. And the host is one other Rosemary Williams. That's me. And our contact number is +1 800 559 3721. And you also have our email, rwilliams@onyayelawanneya.org. Okay? So, our leader has cried out. And we say, no family member should be left behind. Makana imi beme anye ebeme. Imi beme anye ebeme. Therefore, we have to gather. We have to unite. We have to make sure that nobody will subdue us. We have to make sure that people will not pour cold water on us and say, go and sleep. Because ebu pishi ya fonolu. You know, when they cut the head off, it becomes the neck, and the neck, you know, the neck follows anyways. The neck follows, and then you have the body. And the body, they can also come and cut the body into pieces because the head is out. Our people say, imi beme anye beme, because imi na anya bu nwanne. And remember, when people allow themselves to be picked up one after the other, maybe they carry this person today, and you say, well, that person is not me, has nothing to do with me. And then after that person, another day they come for another person, and you say, well, that's none of my business. At least I am still doing good. It has nothing to do with me. And then when they finish taking everybody around you one by one, and you'll be left alone, what do you think will happen? They will come for you. They will come and pick you. So our people should rally around. And the only way we have been supporting, and we will continue to support, is to remember the Monday sit at home, our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's day. This is the second time he has cried out. I used that to in my previous broadcast 2 days ago, where we listened to where he explained the message he sent through Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and telling him that the DSS brought him air condition in his cell, in his room where he is. They brought him air condition, and then inside that air condition gadget, they implanted a poisonous substance that is causing him his health problem and also deteriorating his ear. So this poisonous substance, and he called for the magistrate, the court system, the Nigerian judicial system to investigate it. He said the Nigerian judicial system should investigate this poison that was planted in his air condition that they brought to him inside his own cell, the room where they put him, wherever that place is, in the dungeon. So now we don't know what will be the outcome of this poison. And I am calling on the Geneva Convention, because Nigeria is part of the Geneva Convention. Yes, Geneva Convention may say that is Nigeria and Nigeria. No, it's not. Mazi Nnamdi, as we all know, is a British citizen carrying the British passport, and he is a citizen of Britain. Although the British government colluded, they colluded with the Nigerian government, and they are supporting the Nigerian government, and they did not want to ask for their own citizen, which is abnormal. And I'm calling on the Geneva Convention because even if Mazi Nnamdi was kidnapped and renditioned back to Nigeria, the Geneva Convention supposed to come to his aid and said, you are holding him as a prisoner of war, or as a prisoner of conscience, or as a prisoner of whatever you are holding him. You are not supposed to torture him. They tortured him in Kenya for 2 weeks, as the report has been circulating since the last 2 years they had him in the dungeon. They are still torturing him because they are still drawing his blood almost every day or every other day. What are they doing with his blood? We do not know. So we call on the Geneva Convention to come into this matter before they kill Mazi Nnamdi, because if they harm him more than they have harmed him, that will not be acceptable. And even though you people are looking at Biafrans as though we are incapable, it doesn't work that way. At least you should know. Watch what is going on between Ukraine and Russia today. You do not overlook the calling of the people. You do not overlook the suffering of the people because you think that you have the upper hand. It doesn't go like that. Even if Russia rise up today and crush Ukraine to the ground, you have known that Ukraine at least have shown some strength. So Nigeria, do not overlook Biafra, because we are watching you and we are looking at you, and be careful of what you do with our leader. Nigeria government, I'm warning you, be careful with what you do with our leader. Because go and ask the meaning of that adage that is popularly speaking or spoken in Igbo land. It says, because if you think that we are incapable, if you think that there is nothing we can do, if you think that you have the upper hand and you cage our leader, And everybody has been calling the Nigerian government, say, release this man, he is innocent. Do not think that Biafra is a pushover. At least you know that the majority, the heart of Biafra is the Igbos. Igbos are not pushover. Igbos are not pushover. Nigerian government, I think you know that. It happened before. It happened when we were taken unawares. But you knew and you continue to know what happened. Igbos are not pushover. Be careful. Handle Mazi Nnamdi with care. Handle him with care. That's what I'm telling you. Thank you, my Biafran brother or sister that came up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you. So before we continue, I want to remind our people about the broadcast I did. I believe that was on January 7th this year, 2023. The first time our leader cried out. The first time he cried out that his health was failing him and the people were not allowing him, the DSS and the government were caging him and they did not want him to have medical attention. That was the first time he cried out. And he's crying out again this time, telling us that there is a poison in his room. At least the whole world should know that Nigerian government and DSS have planted poisonous substance in Mazi Nnamdi's cell, in the dungeon where they are holding him captive. And he said he has cried out and complained that it is deteriorating his health. It is causing him ill health, and that they want to kill him in the dungeon. They want to kill him in the dungeon. That's why they put that poison to his room, to his cell. Whatever you call it dungeon, you call it cell, you call it room. Wherever they are holding Mazi Nnamdi, they planted poison inside that place. And we cannot take it. We cannot take it. We know that Nigeria has no judicial system because all their judges, all their lay, they call themselves laymen and laywomen. I don't know if they are really lay or lame because they cannot stand on their own and, oversee or, carry out a case. They cannot stand on their own and oversee a case or judge a case, except for what the Nigerian government give them, hand them over and say, read this. If you don't read this, we shoot you. If you don't read this, we kill you. And they are afraid. If you are afraid to, perform the duty that you took an oath to perform, it's like where a medical doctor refused to save life because he's afraid of what somebody will do him, and here you have a life that is in front of you, a life that is you are about to lose, but you know what to do. You cannot do it because of something somebody has threatened you. So you have lost your conscience, you have lost your moral, you have lost your own dignity because you cannot perform according to the oath you took. The same thing is happening to the judicial system in Nigeria today. They have lost their dignity. They have lost their sanctity. They have lost their morals They have lost their moral conscience, moral judgment, and everything about them. They don't have ethics no more. The judicial system in Nigeria today, the court system in Nigeria today have no ethic because they have lost it. Their judges can no longer judge except what the government asks them to do. Therefore, Nigerian system of government, Nigerian system, judicial system today, Nigerian judicial system as we see it today is null and void because they don't have any capacity, any capability, any intellectual dignity, sanctity, moral to perform according to the oath they took. Because if they do, how come since October 13, 2022, they said Mazi Nnamdi should be acquitted. He is acquitted. He is free. He can go. Release him. And the court said release him, and the Nigerian government is holding him captive. And the judicial system are biting their tongues. They don't even know which way to go anymore. It's abomination to that country. There is nothing like Nigeria. Nigeria is dead, buried and decayed. That's why we want to leave Nigeria. That's why we want our independent Biafra. We don't want to be connected to that leprosy called Nigeria, the zoo country. I have to remind you people, the first time I'll just give you a glimpse of it to remind you that Mazi's life is in danger. He needs our prayers. Yes, he needs our prayers. He also needs our support. He needs our prayers. He needs our support. So let's just take a glimpse of what happened before. The last time I told you people that Mazi Nnamdi has cried out. And that was Onyayela Nwanne broadcast. I believe most of you have heard it because it has been broadcast over and over. That Mazi Nnamdi has cried out. I'm afraid I may not survive it, as DSS denies me any form of medical attention. Mazi Nnamdi cries out. Yes, yesterday we were talking about the Ohaneze Ndigbo begging, trying to beg the imposter Buhari to let our leader, the Ohamadike Ndigbo, to do broadcast from the dungeon. He has done the broadcast, my people. He has done it. You have seen it, that he's crying out. He's crying out. He cried out. He said, I'm afraid I may not survive it, as DSS denies me any form of medical attention. Mazi Nnamdi cries out. Okay, that's just a glimpse of what happened then. That was in January. And this time, today is August 26th. And this week, I think that was 3 days ago, Mazi Nnamdi cried out again. And he said that the DSS has planted a poisonous substance in his air-conditioned gadget. They brought him an air condition, put inside his cell, and then they put this poison in it so that it will be circulating and he is breathing on it. It's circulating and he's breathing on it. So Nigerian government, bear in mind that we know that you have put this poison in our leader's room, in our brother's room, in our son's room, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let nothing happen to him. Ọhaneze ndị Igbo, erokwu ọnụ Nnadi. Because we know that the Nigerian government and the southeastern politicians are working hand in hand. The governors of the southeastern region, the southeastern region governors, Erokwano Nnadi, let nothing happen to Mazi. If you forget yourselves, let me remind you. Okezi Ikpeazu, Abaribe, Ojuzo Kalu, Elect Oti, Kanu Nta Kanu, Hope Uzodimma, Rocha Sokorocha, Emeki Hedioha, Chukwuma Soludo, Willie Obiano, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, Ifeanyi Uba, Dave Umahi, Francis Nwifuru, Peter Mba, Nyesom Wike, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, and Ọhaneze ndị Igbo. Whatever you do, go and bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. And my people, if you have not gotten yourself ready for Monday sit at home, remember today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. Make sure by Sunday you have your Monday sit at home, food, water, and everything ready. Because Monday is sit at home. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life is in trouble. We all need to stay home on Monday and pray. Pray, pray, pray. Those of us who can fast and pray on Monday. Because we will not allow them to do what they are trying to do to our leader. Because he is innocent. He did not wrong anybody. And they are the ones that were wronging him. So my people, please, 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 share this broadcast. Make it go viral. Encourage others to join. People who did not join, who have not subscribed, people who have not followed, encourage them to follow, to join. Thank you, my people. Thank you.